There we go. So welcome back, y'all. As you may have already figured out, I have got some hay on the ground that I've got to get baled. Not going to be tonight. I'm getting the baler ready tonight, getting everything hooked up. It's the first time I've had the baler hooked to this tractor. So just make sure everything's going to work right. Probably should have done this, but just in normal Andy Lawson style fashion, I wait till the last minute. Well, we're not technically last minute because we're actually not baling hay till tomorrow, but that's last minute enough. So for those of y'all who are new around the channel here, this is my Hesston 540 round baler. Makes a 4x4 bale. And I just bought this thing at the very end of last year's hay season. So I'm still somewhat new to it. Can't say that I really know a whole lot about it other than we had some troubles right off the get-go. Oops. We had some troubles right off the get-go last year, but that was all self-inflicted. And this year we know better. So, anyways, gonna be a whole brand new thing going on for me tomorrow. But for everybody new around here, me and Megan bale our own hay. We cut our own hay. And so all the hay y'all see in our videos was cut and baled by us. Except for all the years that we've been doing hay, my daddy's been the one that's been baling it for me. I've never had a baler of my own. I've always cut it, tedded it, and raked it on our own, but we've never baled it on our own. So this year is going to be fun because we're going to be all on our own this time. And the reason I decided to buy a baler for ourselves is wasn't nothing wrong with having daddy bale it for me, but you know, he's busy with his hay and my hay need to be baled. I'd have to work around his schedule. Well, doing it this way, it's all on me, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. It's all on me. It's a good thing, and it's all on me is also a bad thing. But I think it's all going to work out just fine. Alright, y'all, I have got it all greased up, I think. And that's one thing I really like about this baler, is there's not much to grease on it. All the bearings are all sealed bearings. Let's see here. That one is the bottom lever and that one's the top. So, which one do I want to put these in? This is going to be my door, and that's my twine. I think I'm going to put it like this. Then I can switch it if I don't like it. Let's see, we got 2 brand new rolls of twine in there. So that should be good. That should be more than enough to do what we got to do tomorrow. Let's fire this unit up. see if it's gonna work. I think the only thing I got left to do maintenance wise is grease my chains, which I'll do that first thing in the morning. So let's try this. That's my string. It works. Feel like I need to switch that one around. All right, I believe that works. Well, yeehaw. I think we're ready to bale some hay tomorrow. So, like I said, the only thing I'll have to do first thing in the morning is I'll throw some oil on them chains. Then I'll probably have to go back over there tomorrow right around lunchtime. I've already got the hay raked, so I'll probably have to go over there right after lunchtime and flip everything over just so that we know it's dry. Give it about an hour or two, and then I'll be heading over there with a baler. So I will catch y'all then. All right, it is the very next day. I've been busy there this morning waiting on the dew and everything to dry off, but now there's been just a little bit of a breeze blowing. I would have to imagine that all the dew and everything over there is gone. So I'm gonna ride over and see what it looks like. I might have to roll it over with the rake and let the bottom side dry just a little bit, or it may be ready to go. But before we ride over there and check it out, I do want to show y'all what I've been working on this morning, because I haven't videoed any of this, just been kind of in the zone getting this thing ready. I got the fertilizer hopper on my old Kubota high crop here. Now y'all know that I've been having trouble with the farm leaking hydraulic fluid, and you know, I don't have time to fix it right now. I don't have anywhere good to work on it right now, and you know, it's getting to the point I need to be getting some corn in the ground. So I don't know why, I just happen to remember I got a fertilizer hopper for this thing. I've got another toolbar that I can mount on the back here, that I can take that planter off of the 1-point toolbar and put it on a 3-point hitch toolbar. And the width of this tractor is exactly the same as my 140 farm. So everything is going to be pretty much identical to the way it's planting. So whenever we get back to planting corn, that's what y'all are going to see working, as long as I don't have no issues with it. Anyways, let's go check out this hay, see what it looks like. Honestly, I hope I don't have to ride over there and roll it over, but I might. And if I do, that's okay. It's not a ton of hay on the ground anyways. I've only got about 4 or 5 acres mowed. So for those of you who are thinking to yourselves, oh man, we didn't get to watch them mow any, rake any, or any of that, there's plenty more to come. I'm just kind of working all the kinks out right now, making sure everything's going to go good. Well, here we are to one of the fields. There's another one right over the knoll over there. But yesterday, when I was over here raking, this was the greenest of it all. And there's still some dampness in there. It might not hurt for me to come over here and roll this over, just to flip it over and let that bottom side get really dry. Yeah, you can, I mean, it's not awful. It's really not. But it might not hurt to be rolled over. That won't take long though. Won't take near as long as it did to rake it. I got another big wad right here. Yeah, you can feel it where it's laying on the ground. There's just a little bit of dampness to that. All right, so that's kind of what I expected. We'll go get the tractor and the rake. I probably should have just drove it on over here anyways and not worried about coming to check it, but you never know. We'll go get the tractor and the rake and just flip this over, flip these windrows over. And after that, probably it probably won't take an hour, if it even take that long. Honestly, by the time I get them rolled over and get back to the house with the tractor and get back over here with the other tractor and the baler, it'll probably be ready. Alrighty, we made it over here. I really wish I'd have had my camera rolling with me driving down the road. I had a guy in a big van pulling a big enclosed trailer past me in a blind curve. We were literally coming up on a straightaway. All he'd have had to done was waited another 30 seconds to have been in a clear open straightaway to pass me. And he passed me in a blind curve. It just amazes me these days. That's how people get hurt. And that, if there had been a wreck right there, you know, I mean, it would have obviously been his fault, but who knows what would have happened. People stay in such a hurry all the time. I am going to say, this step I'm doing right here ain't necessary. Like if I was fighting the rain, or if we had rain coming late this evening or something, this wouldn't have to be done. But since I've got time to work it, I might as well get it as dry as I can. I've already seen a few green flakes I've turned up here. I think there's only about, I don't know, 4 or 5 acres of grass over here, so it's not like I've got a ton of hay to worry about right now, but we've still got 12 acres in one field, I think, and about 12 to 13 acres in the other field. So we still got like 24 acres or more of hay left to cut. So like I said, we're just getting started. We just ain't really had the weather. It's not been good weather at all to cut hay. And it's been so cool the past few days that this would have never dried had the wind not been blowing like it had. So it's a real blessing that the wind is blue. But I hope y'all can tell right there, I'm just rolling the bottom over to where the bottom is now on the top. I don't really want to move the hay a lot. I just want to move it just enough to kick up that bottom side. Let the air get to it. There's something really satisfying about watching hay roll over. I believe I could do this all day. So, like I mentioned before, there's a lot of hay left. It's got to be left for us to work whenever the weather actually comes. Leave it down in the comments below. I mean, I'll only do what I've got time to do, just like I didn't video none of this as far as mowing and getting it tethered and raked and all that, you know, because in some ways I just kind of wanted to get it done. But leave it down there and let us know. Do y'all like seeing this kind of stuff? I feel like the more we grow, and not necessarily grow as a channel, but I just mean grow our farm and grow our homestead, whatever you want to call it. I feel like the more of this kind of stuff we end up doing. So, you know, I don't know. I know a lot of people like to watch Megan cook. A lot of people like to watch the tractor work. A lot of people like to watch us work in the garden. I mean, we kind of do a little bit of everything. So, just tell me. And some people just like to watch us live our lives. And I mean, that's great. I love all of that. And just so y'all know, I don't think we say it enough, but we are so thankful for our viewers. I think we've got probably the greatest bunch of viewers of any YouTube channel on YouTube. I mean, we've got a great group of people that watch us, and we are so blessed to be in a position to have that. But in return, I just want to make sure y'all like what you're getting. I assume you do because you're watching. And yes, today, if you haven't already figured out, it's just going to be me in today's video. The kids and Megan both are gone somewhere, and my main priority today is getting this hay done. I am really glad I decided to come over here and roll this over. These two middle rows, which this was the thickest hay right here, but on these two middle rows, I've seen a lot of green, or not necessarily green, but a lot of wet, a lot of damp hay that's been rolled up. And that's one thing that I have discovered, is that Hesston baler of mine does not like green hay at all. It gets wrapped around the rollers and starts tangling up. And I'm going to jump off and show you exactly what I'm talking about here. Right here is what I'm talking about. Can you see that dampness in that hay? Like, that's not going to take, that probably won't take 10-15 minutes to actually dry out, but it's just where it was laying on the ground. And in this thick hay, it's all like that. And then right underneath of it, what was towards the top is dry. So it's a really good decision I made to come over here and roll this over. But I tell you what, I've been somewhat, I'm not going to say stressing over it, but just a little bit worried that we're never going to get to cut hay because it had already reached its peak and starting to get too old because it's getting really stemmy and the seed heads and everything was coming out on it. But this turned out to be a lot prettier hay than what I thought it was going to be. All right, I just got my first bale born, and if I have to say so myself, that is not a bad looking bale of hay right there. I did get a little bit of excess string over here on this side, but it's uniform. I mean, look across the top of it. It's flat all the way across the top. I like that. The string's good and tight. That's a good looking bale. So I hope the rest of them turn out that way. people like to bale with cab tractors now. The thing about it, you cannot turn sharp at all with this baler here. You start putting those drive shafts in a bind. I guess I could cut the PTO off. There's a hay tornado behind me. Golly. Yeah, these old balers like this Hesston, they're definitely not high-speed balers, but they're simple balers. No electronics on this thing at all. Everything is manually done. I have to watch the gauge to see when it's full. I have to watch another gauge when I go to tie the string. Most of your balers, especially nowadays, do all of that for you, and it is nice. And it makes you a lot faster in the field as well. But it's just one more thing to break. I got something in there making a noise though. It kind of sounds like either a pickup finger hitting something or a piece of sheet metal rattling or something. I don't know. I don't remember it making that noise last year when I used it. It's only doing it when it's picking up hay. Alright, she's full. I am going to pull up to the level because this right here is somewhat of a steep spot. I'll pull up to the level so I don't lose my bale of hay. It'll be down there in the woods. Now I'm just wrapping the string. Golly. As long as the wind's blowing the right way, this ain't too bad. I just want to check this one. Oh yeah, it looks good. Just wanted to double check, make sure I'm getting that string right. Well, is that a familiar sight? Exact same thing happened last year when I was using this. And I don't think it's no fault of the baler. But the guy I bought it from done a very poor job lacing these belts back together. That is just not quality lacing at all. And he made an absolute mess out of it. However, I wasn't exactly expecting one to break today though. But all it done was ripped right here where it laces together. And then you can kind of tell, see how that bale is a little misshaped right there. I think that's what it's from. So I'm going to do something I probably shouldn't do, and the only reason I'm going to try this is because I seen somebody else doing it the other day. And I thought to myself, I'm like, they're crazy. But I'm gonna see what it'll do. It might make a mess. I don't know if I should do this or not, but I'm gonna try it because, I mean, I'm pretty much just getting started. I've still got all this side of the field right here left to do. I'm gonna see what this thing will do with it missing a belt. The rest of the belts are intact and look pretty good. So I just want to see what it'll do. And then if it don't work, I'll know to never do it again. So let's find out. Guys, this may be the worst idea I've ever had. But I should know real quick if this is going to work or not. It's probably going to start flowing all the hay out, so it's probably what's going to happen. And just make an absolute mess. But you never know. It may work. So far it is. Wouldn't that be something? It's actually pretty cool because I can see inside the baler and I can actually see the bale making. This is the other reason that I didn't really want to put a whole lot of hay on the ground this go around. Because I kind of had a feeling that I was going to have some issues with this baler here. By the way, y'all, I don't recommend doing this at home. But you see how it's throwing all that hay on the outside there? That's the part that's probably going to hurt me the most. It is pretty cool to be seeing the bale form inside of it there. Go check it out. Ha! Look at that. Can definitely tell where the belt's missing at, but considering the situation, that's not a bad looking bale. It's a little fluffier. Ha! Y'all know what that means. We're going to attempt to keep on going here. So I'll catch back up with you if anything interesting happens. I'm going to try putting a little bit more string on this one. If you look and see that little triangle right there, that's my guide as to where my string is right now. And I'm going to try to wrap a little bit more string on it and see if it don't make a little bit neater bale. Where running minus a belt. We were making really nice looking bales to start with. Oh no! It's going to the woods. Do you see it? Oh no! Well, we'll have to get that one out of there. I didn't think it would roll right there. Well, after I figured it out, I have to say that's not too bad looking for having a broke belt. Just took me a minute to figure it out. I've got one bale right out there that I got lopsided, and that's operator error there. I didn't put enough hay on that side of the bale when I was baling everything up. But I got it done. Let me see if my counter worked and says how many bales we made. 14? I don't think that's right. Ain't no way I got 14 bales. 1, 2, 3. We got one in the woods. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, maybe we do. I don't think we got no 14 bales though. I think it's more like 10 or 12. But anyways, y'all, I'm dusty, I'm itchy, so I'm gonna go to take this baler back to the house, put it up, and I'm gonna go grab my truck and the gooseneck, I guess, and bring this tractor back over here with the loader and get all this out of the field before the rain starts. It's not supposed to start raining until tomorrow, but while I got time to do it, I'm gonna go ahead and get it this evening. And looks like I'm gonna be on the search for some belts. I already called around about them last year, but I guess it's time to get serious with it. I ain't gonna try to restitch that one because the end of the belt's just too frayed up. So I guess other than that, I for the most part like this baler. I mean, there is some quirks about it that I don't exactly like, but I don't know that any other baler would be different. So I think I'm going to break bad and order me some belts, and hopefully have brand spanking new belts on this thing by the time the next hay cutting gets here, which hopefully won't be too long, because we've got like a whole week's worth of rain ahead of us here, and then I'm hoping after that maybe it dries out a spell and we can actually get quite a bit of outside work done. But anyways, y'all, I guess I'm gonna get on over there and get the truck and trailer and get all this hay out of the field, probably grab me a bite to eat. And I hope y'all enjoyed spending the afternoon with me, even though, just like everything I do, I feel like there's always an adventure to it. But hope you enjoyed it, hope you might have learned something, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Not a bad looking load of hay. Even old Mr. Fluffy Head here, that's the one that rolled through the woods. The string come off of it and everything when it hit the woods. 10 bales plus 1, that's 11.